Alright, we're back here. Knuckle Ninja. I'm Knuckle Duster. This is Yard Ninja. We're going to discuss today Gears of War 3 weapon.
Retro Lancer.
We're going to discuss some of the strengths of it, first of all.
And some weaknesses.
And weaknesses, some comparisons to some of the other weapons in the game itself. We first wanted to start out some of the strengths that I believe are good on this gun is that it has a very good stopping power, really powerful at close range.
Very powerful, yeah, definitely up close. Really powerful, strong, stops them in their tracks basically up close.
Right, good counter for other weapons. Some of the weaknesses of this weapon here is that it is not accurate at long range.
It's got too much recoil.
A lot of recoil. It does have the old-fashioned bayonet, which does come in handy. Sometimes when you have a charge, though, you have to let it charge up to a certain amount before you actually can penetrate.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that if you're using the retro charge with this and trying to, use the retro charge execution with the bayonet, if you're running and running and running, the charge will run down and you'll lose all the power behind the retro charge.
Exactly. It is devastating as far as strengths go. A lot of people complain, say it's overpowered. It's not overpowered. It just basically has a certain finesse to it, and if you can aim and use short controlled bursts, you can succeed with the retro.
Yeah, don't forget, give it a try. Tap that trigger. You just tap it, and you'll gain quite a bit of accuracy with it, but still not a lot.
Yeah,
there's not a whole lot you can do to this weapon here to make it accurate.
Exactly.
Except get up close and personal. And with the up close and personal aspect of this gun here, what I like to try and use it for is, if you're playing a team of 5 and they all seem to be running around with the sawed-off shotgun, this is a good stopper for that.
Exactly.
They'll stop them dead in their charge because they're going to be charged and get up close to you
with the sawed-off.
Yeah,
yes.
So.
And we'll discuss that one of the future video weapons specialties we're doing here. Some comparisons to some of the weapons that were already in the Gears universe. As far as comparing this to a regular Lancer, it is, of course, without the chainsaw. But you do have a standard melee attack, which is okay. You don't really need to have the chainsaw on there. With the chainsaw, it does kind of slow things down sometimes and hinders. This, you can just take a clean swipe.
Right. Call that old elbow.
Anything you can think of as far as a comparison?
Comparison, I mean, it doesn't compare for me as far as accuracy. It's from one end of the spectrum to the other on accuracy. The benefit to this over the Lancer is you do get the melee, like you said. The plus over the Lancer is if you like the retro charge, it's definitely a fun little plus about the weapon. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of comparisons to me for the two guns.
Right. Another comparison is clip size. The clip size on this is quite a bit smaller than the actual chainsaw Lancer. To me, the reload time on this kind of...
It's extended.
Yes, it's definitely
I'd say extended compared to the regular Lancer.
Yes.
Comparable to the hammer burst reload time.
Yes, it does go across a little farther before you actually hit it, but the length of time it takes. And then again, that kind of compensates for the power. So if you waste a clip on someone, you're going to take a second to actually have to reload this sucker.
So what you make up for in power, you definitely lose in active reload time, reload time,
and accuracy. Comparing it to a hammer burst, there really is no comparison. Hammer burst, which is my favorite, it is for a marksman. It's definitely, you can look down the iron sights. We'll get into that in another hammer burst episode.
Hammer burst accuracy, retro not.
Yes,
Lancer accuracy, retro
Lancer is
not.
the middle ground, basically.
Right.
My personal opinion on the retro Lancer, I really didn't care for it a whole lot during the beta. I didn't think it was great, but I'm willing to give any weapon a chance just to check it out because they put it in there for a reason. It is useful, like Ninja was saying earlier. You can definitely counter a sawed-off or any kind. If someone's rushing with a regular Gnasher, you can definitely stop them and slow them down significantly. One thing I've noticed people doing, you throw a smoke grenade and do the retro charge. So you get a smoke grenade, the next thing you know, you got this coming right at you, and you're
useful and entertaining move.
Exactly.
So
What are your personal thoughts on it?
Personal thoughts in the beta, I enjoyed it. It was fun because it was new. It was set up a little different. It was a little more accurate in the beta, so it made it a little bit more fun to play with. Now in live gameplay with all the fixes, I do not enjoy playing with it due to the accuracy problem. I will pull it out against the sawed-off, but other than that, I played with it enough to get a few retro charges. I have fun with it. I'll break it out every now and then.
Right.
But other than that, it's not my main choice of weapon. It's a rifle. Right.
For serious gaming, whenever we're playing some competition or we've got our actual teams in there and we're getting down, Retro Lancer would not be my first choice unless I absolutely needed to use it or the situation called for it, dictates it. Otherwise, if I'm just playing for fun, if I'm playing some Wingman or something like that, sure, I might pull out the Retro and just give it a few whirls. Because short controlled bursts at range, if you get some accurate short controlled shots, you can do some damage with the Retro. Anything else you want to add?
One more quick note on that, since you brought it up about the Wingman. I've noticed a good combination for Wingman players out there with the Retro Lancer is if one Wingman player rocks the Lancer and one rocks the Retro, it makes for a great combination playing Wingman.
Yes, it's definitely good stopping power. But that is if you're playing Wingman properly. And we'll
discuss Wingman
on that later on as well. So this is our first in the series of the Gears weapons for Gears 3, Retro Lancer. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. Send us your comments. Let us know what you think of what we think. We're open to all suggestions, any questions you might have. Go ahead and send them to us. Comment down there on the YouTube page. And we'll be back next time with another fine weapon from the Gears universe for our review. And hope you enjoy.
Later.